Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alton West. Today I'll have guests on from the Boys and Girls Club. Also, I have a very special treat. We'll be doing some cooking right here on the set. But before we get started, let me just say the following people were recently hired by the City of LaGrange: Kara McIntosh, Ronald Lasky, Mariko McFarland, Tina Treadwell, Jacqueline Barnes, Colton Bowman, James Davidson IV, Eric Massengill, Stuart Moore, Vernon Loser, Christopher Wallace, and Betty Longoria. We say welcome aboard, City new employees. Also, the following City employees will be celebrating birthdays this week: Charlene Sherman, Jason Van White, Steve Fincher, Johnny Daniels, Matthew Fowler, Greg Sivers, Jimmy Briscoe, and also Robert Ray. We say happy birthday, City employees. Now, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned and we'll be right back to start the show.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have on the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club, Dexter Davis. Dexter, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much, Al.
Well, you know, the summer's here in full force now. I think starting in June, we had 90-degree temperatures already before the summer set in. So I know that the kids are looking for a cool place to go, and I know that the Boys and Girls Club is one place that they can go and find not only a cool place, but recreation and programs. And I know that you have your finger on the pulse. So talk a little bit about some of the things that's happening with the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, yes. Well, you know, right now you spoke of a cool place to go. At the beginning of the summer, it was a cool place to go, but our AC is on the blink right now, so we're in the process of trying to get that AC up, and that's at our LaGrange unit.
Okay.
It is a cool place to go with the other units right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I tell you what, Alton, let me back up just a little bit, and let me begin by thanking some people for their support of us. I want to thank Mayor Jackson and the Hogansville City Council for their support of our program through investing in our youth. And I also want to thank Mayor Lucan and the City of LaGrange for their support of our Boys and Girls Club through their investment in our youth. But as far as our programs are concerned, you know, we went back to the basics of programming, and that is simply providing our kids with abstinence-based programming. We program from 5 core program areas. Those areas are character and leadership development, health and life skills, education, career development, sports, fitness and recreation, and the arts. And this summer, again, we're giving our kids a heavy dose of programs from those areas. Our staple program, our main program we run, is SMART Moves. And SMART is an acronym for skills, mastery, and resistance training. Again, we teach kids to abstain from the use of drugs, from early sexual involvement, from engaging in violence and things of that nature. And that's what SMART Moves does. So our kids are being pre-tested, and they go through the program, and then they'll be post-tested to see what they've learned and what they've gained through the program.
And it is so important, you know, you're talking about those basic life skills, because a lot of times when and you know, you and I come back from the old school where parents and grandparents raised us and they didn't spare the rod.
Right.
And it is so important that we get back to those basic things, just giving them those core quality, that foundation that they can build upon, and then when they get out into the public arena, then they know how to perform and they know how to interact with other individuals.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, you know, you talked about, you know, a lot of things there, Dexter, and I know that the Boys and Girls Clubs have been around for a long time, and I've been a part of that, been board of directors, on the board of directors rather, and seen the number of kids coming through the programs there. You were talking about those programs. Talk a little bit more. You're talking about the pre and post test. Why is that so important?
Well, it's important because you want to see where the kids are. You want to see that knowledge base, what that knowledge base is prior to being given, prior to them going through the program, prior to them receiving anything related to the program, where they are now, because that's how you're going to gauge how much their friends have influenced them, the streets have influenced them, and those negative influences are. So we want to pre-test them, and plus it gives us a direction in where to go. We might have to focus on certain areas more for certain kids, depending on how they performed on the pre-test. So again, we pre-test them. They go through the 8, 9, 10 weeks of the program, and there are different lengths of the programs for the different ages. And then at the end of the program, just to measure what they've gained, the knowledge they've gained, then we post-test them. Mm-hmm. And you know, every now and then you'll have a kid that honestly didn't improve, so you have to come up with another strategy for that child. Right. And we know we learn through repetition, so it's okay that you have to say it over and over and over. Right. We want to make sure the child gets it. So absolutely. Again, that's the reason for pre and post testing. Plus, that gives us a record in case we get audited and people question what we're doing.
That's right, absolutely. You know, Dex, you know, again, you're talking about those programs. It's so important. And I want to ask a question real quickly, and then because I know that you have some programs coming up that you want to mention. How much involvement are the parents in the SMART program? Or you know, the opportunity for them to be involved.
Right. Well, we offer the opportunity for parents to volunteer, okay. And it's volunteering in whatever areas they would like to volunteer in. We don't. It's not a mandatory thing, because we feel like you get better volunteers if they do exactly what the word says. Right. Volunteer. You don't want to twist their arms into it. You want them to be there because they want to be there. Absolutely. You'll get better service from them. Absolutely. Everyone has time and talent. Okay, God bless us all with a certain talent. So we just invite our parents and other community members to just come in and share those talents with our kids. So, okay. But yes, we do have involvement from the parents, and we also just get individuals. We have each unit director. Each one of our unit directors are charged with acquiring so many volunteers, okay. Because again, we cannot. It would be great if we had the funds to afford to pay all the staff we need. We supplement our program heavily with our volunteers. So okay. Again, we thank the individuals who come in and volunteer for us.
Absolutely. I know that volunteers is something that really keeps the community and the nonprofit agencies afloat a lot of time when the funding runs out.
Exactly.
Now, you guys have a couple of things that's coming up at some of the surrounding clubs that you want to mention, Dexter, before, because I think on another segment, after we come back from commercial break, we're going to have the Youth of the Year that's going to come on and talk about her experience.
Yeah, someone that's a little easier to look at. I mean, and she's going to come on and just share the fact that she is our Youth of the Year, okay. And talk a little bit about that program.
All right.
But we do have a couple of things going on. We have a golf tournament, which is a fundraiser, a corporate fundraiser coming up in August, and we'll share more later with that. We're just starting to meet about that, so all the details are not in stone yet. So we will share those when they come out. But those of you who participated in the golf tournament last year, I know you're chomping at the bit to get involved again.
Absolutely.
Because if you remember, first place team received 4 12-gauge shotguns, which this is the South. We like to hunt, and they went over well. So, okay. And something else, we have at our Hogansville unit, okay. There's a fish fry on July the 9th. Mm-hmm. And each unit has an advisory council, and that advisory council is responsible for raising a certain amount of funds for that particular unit. And the Hogansville unit is starting and to jump on that early, so we need to support them in their fish fry. It's going to be held at the United Bank parking lot there in Hogansville, again on July the 9th. Okay. I wanted to share something else with you too, because I'm very, very impressed with our numbers this year. Right. And I want to do a little comparison to last year. Last year, we actually had a club in Greenville, and we actually closed that club for financial reasons this past March. But with that club last year, serving an average of 27 kids a day, and then the other 3 sites, we were serving 167 kids a day during the summer program, mm-hmm. and that was last year. This year, we're actually serving 194 kids a day, so we're very pleased with those numbers. I set a goal at the beginning of the summer to register at least 300 kids, mm-hmm. for our summer program, and very, very attainable goal, yet it was much less or much more than what we had last year, and it was going to be a challenge for us. But I'm happy to say right now that we have 146 kids signed up at our LaGrange unit, 84 kids signed up at our Hogansville unit, and then in Pike County we have 60. So we're right at 290 kids.
Very good.
And we're still receiving kids, get phone calls every day, which we will be cutting off soon because you have to look at that staff-to-kid ratio.
Absolutely.
To keep things safe. But I just wanted to throw that in.
Well, very good, Dexter. They have very good numbers, and I know that the Boys and Girls Club, as I stated earlier, always does an outstanding job with our youth. It's a safe place to go, cool place. We get that air conditioning fixed.
Amen.
And we come back in just a moment from break. We're going to have Asia Thomas, who is the Youth of the Year from the Griffin Club, and we also have on the director, Pike County, I'm sorry. We also will have on Rufus Clemens, the director over there as well. So we look forward to having both of them on. And Dexter, thank you for coming on as well.
Thank you so much.
All right, Dexter. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be back from City Week in just a moment. Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. As I told you before the commercial break, I was going to have on the Youth of the Year from the Pike County unit, and I have her with me at this point. I have on Miss Asia Thomas, the Youth of the Year, and the director of the Boys and Girls Club Pike County unit, Rufus Clemens. Welcome both of you all to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Asia, I want to start out with you. Youth of the Year, what does that mean for you?
It's an honor. It means that I can inspire other youth, that it's not about where you come from, but it's about the positive people you have around you and the influences, because I myself come from a single parent home, and I feel like even though I have so many statistics away from me and against me that I'll fail, that I can still succeed with the Boys and Girls Club and with having my family and my mom especially, and just having positive people around me.
Oh my goodness, having positive people. I think a lot of times people don't understand the power of influence that people can have on a person's life. And I'm going to come back to you in just a moment because you said a lot of great things there, but I want to ask Rufus, what does it mean for you to have the Youth of the Year come from your unit?
It means a lot to us because this is our second year in a row winning this prestigious Youth of the Year for West Georgia. So it just really got our community in the uproar because this is a small community we coming from, and to have people to represent like Miss Asia doing, it just really inspire other teens to get involved with our Boys and Girls Club and to be able to come follow her footsteps.
Okay. And you second in a row, did you say?
Yes, a second year in a row.
Does Mr. Dexter Davis know about this?
Yes, he knows.
He knows about
him every day.
All right, now, and I think there's another statistic there also, Rufus. How long have you all been in existence?
This August will make 3 years.
This August will be 3 years?
Yes, sir.
And 2 of those 3 years, the Youth of the Year has come from the Pike County.
Yes, correct.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to talk with Dexter about this afterwards, okay?
I'll be with you.
All right. Now let me ask you again, as you were saying, and you mentioned about the positive influence, and you mentioned your mother. And you also mentioned the fact that you come from a single parent home. How much of a positive influence has your mother been in your life?
My mother has been a great influence. As from younger, being in elementary school, she's always pushed me to do good in school, not to follow the crowd, because the crowd will always send you down the wrong path, but to keep God first and to just remember my goals and to set high. She always told me, what's the quote? Aim for the stars, because if you fall, you'll land among the stars again.
That's right. There you go. Absolutely. You got to have a target to shoot for, though. In talking about goals, what are some of your goals in life? What are some of your goals?
I have huge goals. I have so many goals. I plan to be a journalist. Okay. Either newspaper, magazine, or broadcast. And I'm going to Georgia State University in August.
Very good. I like the way you said, I am going. Because sometimes you have to speak those things into existence. Absolutely. Now, let me ask you now, Rufus, over at the Boys and Girls Club there in Pike County, you said you guys are a small unit.
Yes.
And Do you feel like Asia is influencing some of the students there?
Oh yes, definitely. She's a big influence. She's like a celebrity in our club, you know what I'm saying? So when she comes in, the children get excited, want to talk to her and want to know what she's doing. They want to be part of the group activity that she might be leading. We have an event going on today when we leave here, and she gonna be doing some things. So she just draws a crowd wherever she goes, not only in our club, in our community. People recognize that's the young lady that won Youth of the Year for Boys and Girls Club. So they always want to talk to her and find out, you know what I'm saying, what can they do in order to follow her same path.
Absolutely. And you know, sometimes, you know, we talk about, and I have teenage, well, grown adult kids now, and you know, when they go through those years, those teenage years where parents, we know nothing and our peers know everything. Did that happen with you, Asia?
Occasionally. I thought I knew more than my mother, but it ended up being that she was right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mom or dad knows best, right? Absolutely. Now, let me ask you now, do you feel like you're a big influence? Rufus just said that a lot of the kids kind of gravitate to you. Do you feel like you're a big influence on the youth there?
Yes, sir. When I first started going to the Boys and Girls Club, I felt like they didn't want to hear what I had to say. But as I proved that I was sincere and passionate about what I was saying, I feel like they are like, okay, she's really cool now.
So she's really cool. So it's okay to be smart and have goals and be cool and all those things. And then as you do those things, you're being very positive, and you never know who's watching you, right? Because I'm sure your director there probably, when you first came, what was your first impression when you saw Asia come to your club, Rufus?
Well, Asia, I recruited actually.
Okay.
I had her grab and said, come to the club and see what's about, and see the opportunity there that, as I've been speaking to you about it. So once she came in and saw the program, she jumped on it and always asked, could she do this, could she do that, and what other opportunities she come. So all I had to do was just take her to her, and she went on and took it to another level. And that's all we want to do there. We call ourselves a family there. We just want to embrace anybody that comes in and share the opportunities that are there for them, and let them take hold of it and make it to their own.
Absolutely. You know, and that's such a remarkable testimony to have kids come there, to have a positive place to come to the Boys and Girls Club, and then to see, you know, peers their age doing positive things, influencing them that, hey, you know, no matter where you came from or where you come from, it's all about where you're going and how you use the things that you encounter along this journey to your advantage there. Yes. Well, Asia, I'm gonna get ready to close out. One last question to you. I know that you're going to be going to Georgia State University. Do you hope that you continue to be an influence even though you will be in college? Back at the club?
I'll come home on weekends, and I hope I can still, like during breaks and everything, I can still volunteer and help out at the Boys and Girls Club. Okay, very good. And I'm sure the doors will always be open for always be open for. Well, before we close up, I know that there's a young lady in the studio that is the manager over there, I understand, at the Pike County unit.
Yes, she is.
Shamir, I think, is your daughter, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to get a shot of Miss Shamir over there, and you say she is the manager there, correct?
She's the manager. She holds everything together.
Absolutely. And how old again is she?
She is 4 years old.
4 years of age, so very good. Already doing positive things,
yes.
And I'm sure she's making an impact there in the unit as well.
She is.
Well, I want to thank both of you all, Rufus, for coming on.
Thank you.
Asia, congratulations, and I wish you the very best of blessings as you go off and continue to pursue your endeavors in college and things, and coming back to the Boys and Girls Club, and hopefully we'll get you back here to LaGrange to speak to some of the kids here as well.
Thank you.
Thank you both for being on the show today.
Thank you, sir, for having us.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be back for more City Week in just a moment.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a very special treat for you. All the way from Louisiana, we have Gay Sandal, who's going to be talking to us about some easy recipes that we can do at home and quick. Gay, welcome to the show.
Well, Alton, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
It's a pleasure. You know, we've been talking about doing a cooking show here for quite some time, so I'm very happy that you're here with us today. But before we get started, tell us just a little bit about yourself and how did you get started in cooking?
Well, I have been cooking since I was 5. So on a stool with my mom, like most people would say. But I studied dietetics in school, and then I went on to do restaurant management. And then I did product development, and I help people make products like marinades or flavors or seasonings. That's what I do, and I'm also a TV corporate chef for Tony Chachere's.
Oh, man.
Which is probably the best job I've ever had.
It sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. And also, we said you're from Louisiana, so I know that Cajun is in your blood, correct?
Oh, Cajun is definitely in my blood. I was born in Opelousas, and this is where Tony Chachere's originated and is still today. My parents are French. And moved, and I got rid of some of the accent, but I'm still Cajun at heart. Cajun
at heart. Well, today you're going to be preparing a dish for us that we can utilize a couple of ways, right? Just kind of talk to us about what are you going to be preparing, and I know it smells absolutely delicious in the studio, so I know that our viewing audience is going to probably want to get some of this, and I think at the end you also have a little gift for everybody that makes a phone call, right?
I do. We have a free gift to give out, so we'll give that number at the end of the session.
At the end of the session, all right, very good.
Today we're making a pulled chicken, but we're going to make this in steps, and I'm going to show you how to do it where you can serve it twice in two different kind of meals.
Okay.
We're going to take our marinade, injectable marinade. We have the Creole butter flavor.
Creole.
And this you can find at most grocery stores or your Walmarts here. That's where I bought this.
All right.
We're going to pour it into a different container, and that is so you won't contaminate if you have to use it again.
Right, okay.
Okay, so we're going to take our injector and oops, not like that. Pull it up.
Okay.
That's okay. It's live TV. Gotta deal with it. Then you can inject the chicken
just right under
thigh,
the skin.
right underneath the skin, just like this.
Okay.
And you want to inject it about one, injector per breast.
Okay. All right.
So that takes just a little bit of time, and you can inject any kind of meat. This marinade is fat-free and very low in calories.
Oh, okay, very good.
So you can put the Creole butter and flavor into any kind of meat without putting the calories.
And you don't have to put the calories.
That's
a lot of people are counting calories, myself included.
Yes.
But, I think when it comes to this, it smells so good, we're just going to forget all the calories and eat anyway.
It's actually very healthy, and you can also do it with chicken breast.
Okay.
So they're skinless, you see here. We're going to season it really well on both sides. And then you're going to brown them off, just like I did in this pan here.
All right. Okay.
We're going to brown this off. You hear the sizzle in here right now. We're going to take them, and you can see how nice and flavorful these are. Beautiful chicken thighs. And then you're going to take this residue at the bottom of your skillet, and I know you've seen them do this before.
Oh, yeah.
That's where all the flavor is, so you make sure you scrape that up like that.
Okay.
Turn your thighs or breasts, whatever you may be using.
Okay.
I'm going to put another one in there. You hear that sizzle?
Yes.
Is that smelling good or what?
It is smelling great, I'm telling you.
I'm going to invent smell-o-vision. I've decided.
Smell-o-vision.
Yes.
Absolutely. We have to have, because, they can see this, but until you can really smell it, you just really don't get the appreciation for it, do you?
No, it's so good. And these seasonings have all the paprika, garlic, just a lot of flavors in it. They're not hot.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that being hot.
All right.
Now to this we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of garlic.
Garlic, okay.
Lots of garlic.
Which is good for you as well.
Good for you as well. We have some virgin oil in here. We have the chicken thighs, and now we have the garlic.
All right. Can I help you with something?
Oh, please do. You got your apron on. You
I do have my apron. There you go. There we go.
Now this is 4 bell peppers sliced.
Okay.
And 1 onion. So you're going to add that on top of the
Just put it all in here?
Yes, just put it all on top.
Okay.
It's so easy, and this recipe can be done in a crock pot on top of the stove.
All right.
You can have it ready for July 4th.
Oh.
You can do sliders, you can do burgers, you can do nachos like we have over here, and just a variety of dishes with this one dish.
Okay.
You're going to put the top on this and let it cook down.
Okay.
Now, when you get to this stage,
right,
if you'd like, you can serve it as an entree, maybe over noodles or rice. You see how the chicken breasts are, they're so good.
Oh,
like
God.
this. I'm telling you. My mom used to cook this dish when I was growing up, so this is how I learned how to do it.
Okay.
So you can serve it like this over noodles or rice. Got it? A little stove here. And one day I forgot to watch it. So it cooked down, and that's when I learned how to make my pulled chicken barbecue.
So you went to sleep with the chicken on the stove?
No, I wasn't sleeping. Just wasn't watching it.
Just not watching it.
So look how great this is.
Oh, let me help you.
Oh,
yeah.
Do your
Oh my God, look at that.
This is pulled chicken, and I'm telling you, this has the best flavor. Those bell peppers just disintegrate, make it very moist, very savory, and you have this great pulled chicken that you can make burgers with, nachos with.
Oh my God, and you have it topped off there with a barbecue sauce that is there?
Yes, did you smell that?
I do smell that, yeah, it smells wonderful.
Awesome.
You're gonna be making sandwiches too, right?
Right,
Okay,
we're gonna be making sandwiches. I'm gonna show you how I would finish this off.
All right.
If it was pulled chicken, you would add, let's do it to this one.
Okay.
We're gonna add a cup of barbecue sauce.
All right.
And a half a cup of pepper jelly, which you can buy in your grocery stores.
Okay.
And this is gonna make it so good.
Oh my.
You stir that out.
All right, I sure will, yeah.
That's awesome.
You're gonna make
keep
a cook out of me, aren't
you? Keep stirring.
Keep stirring.
So this is a great meal, and I doubled the recipe for this. So we have 4 pounds of chicken in this recipe here.
Okay.
So I put 8 pounds of chicken in this big baby here.
Oh man,
So
big family.
This is big family, big gathering
Okay.
for July 4th. So now I'm going to show you how to make our great coleslaw.
All right.
The coleslaw goes on top of the sandwiches, as you can see in our finished product there.
Okay. All right.
I have 1 bag of prepared coleslaw mix. It's so easy. To that, you can put 1 cup of mayonnaise. It can be the light mayonnaise if you like.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of mustard. Now we have 2 teaspoons of vinegar. And then I usually add a little Splenda or sugar
Okay.
to it. And the recipe will be posted on your website,
All right.
on your Facebook page.
Very good.
To the end of this, I add a secret ingredient besides my Tony Chachere's. And that is going to be a half a cup of toasted almonds.
Toast. Oh yeah.
That makes it, makes it
crunchy.
delicious
Yeah,
and crunchy.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And this is just mixing up very well
Look at
here.
you. Look at
that.
you.
Yeah.
Are you going to make this when you go home for your boys?
I think I might. I just think I might.
I
Or
think
just for me.
I think the people in this office and this station are going to be like
Oh,
swarming over
what is
us,
going
isn't it?
on in here? You're absolutely right.
Now you want to grab that more spice.
Okay.
I'll
More
hold that
spice.
for you. And shake a little bit of that in this coleslaw.
Okay.
Let's
All
see
right.
how you can do that.
I'll do that.
Good for you.
You say when.
When?
Okay. All right. Very good.
This is awesome. Now, I'm going to make you a sandwich.
Okay. So as we
And
wrap
you are-
up here, we're going to get a sandwich to get ready to.
There you go.
All right.
Here's your bread.
There's my bread.
Let's get you some
Pulled pork there.
pulled chicken. Pulled chicken.
Pulled chicken.
And make you a sandwich
All
here.
right.
Isn't this great? Oh,
This
love
looks
this
just
recipe.
lovely. Oh,
And it
that
feeds a
smell.
crowd. You can make this for like $20 for this entire pot.
Oh my. Okay. Let's just give that a
okay?
give that a try.
Give it a try?
Yes. You only can try this on my set today.
I know. And you might need a napkin after this.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that fabulous?
That is just wonderful.
That's going to be your new favorite dish.
That's my new favorite dish. Well, Gay, thank you very much for coming on and sharing this with us, okay? And I hope that when you're coming through LaGrange again, that you would definitely stop by and do some more cooking for us, all right?
I promise I will. I'll
You
bring
promise
some
you
new
will?
recipes.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as I finish up with my mouth full. Stay tuned for more City Week in just a moment.
Tommy's a really good kid. My Tommy would never even think about trying alcohol. Isn't that right, sweetie?
Real kids are curious about alcohol. 40% tried by the 8th grade. Talk early, talk often, get others involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us for City Week this week. My guests have been Dexter Davis from the Boys and Girls Club, who talked about and brought with him Youth of the Year, Mrs. Asia Thomas. We hope that all the students will be inspired by her being an inspiration to other students. And also, on a very special note, we have a very special guest here in the studio, Mrs. Gay Sandal, who cooked up a wonderful dish here for us. And before we close, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give out an 800 number so that you can get one of her very own recipe books. Gay, if you don't mind, go ahead and do that for us.
Okay, this is a Tony Chachere's cookbooklet. You get a free cookbooklet if you call 1-8888-CREOLE. That's 1-8888-CREOLE. And the book has 90 recipes, Cajun recipes, spaghetti, anything you can think of. Game recipes, if you're a hunter, this is the book to call for.
And today's recipes in there?
This is not, but it'll be on your website and on our blog. So just, you could Google Tony Chachere's pulled chicken recipe and it'll pop right up.
And I'm telling you folks, you need to get this recipe. This is delicious. Well, Gay, thank you very much for being here on the show today.
I'll come back.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week for City Week. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.